it's time for Pet Perspectives. Hi, it's Monday. Sponsored by Ada Animal Hospital. You know, with the inconsistent weather we have been having, everyone's doing what they can to stay warm and also stay safe. So we should also do the same for our pets this winter. That's why we have Dr. Norman and Rocco here with us in studio to give some winter weather advice for our pets. And we have the lovely Rocco, who's currently modeling right now.
Yes, his winter jacket to keep him warm.
He's got his very popular puffy coat.
Exactly. He just likes to be stylish too.
Yes, yeah. And it's working very well because this is the first time I've actually seen him on air panting.
I know.
It's keeping him warm.
Keeping him very warm in here.
It's doing its job. All right, so the winter weather.
Yes.
What are some of the main things we need to keep in mind for our pets?
So main thing is that our pets, they are affected by the cold and weather too. And so we need to keep their health and safety in mind during this time.
Okay.
So, you know, if you have, especially if you have outdoor animals, livestock, hobby sheep or goats, chickens, talk to your vet about what you can do to make sure that you're keeping them sheltered and protected from these elements too. Making sure they have fresh water supply. One of the big things I know we talk about dogs and cats a lot here, but there are other animals that I know we all need to think about too. But yeah, talking to your vet about their needs and everything, making sure that you're prepared for your pets for, my neighborhood, I could not get out of it for a day. They did not cover, plow through. I have a little car. It was awful. Luckily, I had all of my animal supplies, but making sure you have an emergency kit for your pet.
Okay.
You have a few days of their medication, their food, some fresh water, supplies in case you can't get to the store, even for a day or so. That can make a difference for some people.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, as you think about hunkering down because a big winter weather storm is coming and you're like, oh, it's going to be a few days. I probably need to get some fresh milk, some eggs, the things that that you need, refill your prescriptions. You need to do the same for your pets as well.
Exactly.
And I'm so glad that you mentioned outdoor animals because, I grew up with a lab. My dad would not let in the house. It was a hunting dog.
Yeah.
So we had a kennel and we had a dog house.
And there's a lot of hunting dogs that they're outside, and a lot of them are happier outside. That's their life. But making sure that they have shelter, fresh water, supplies.
And ducks, chickens, llamas, cattle, horses, their water supply will freeze over, making sure they have a right amount of hay, that wherever their shelter is insulated.
Exactly.
Right? And insulated probably more than you typically would for an Idaho winter because
especially
it's been
what we've been having
cold and snowy.
Exactly. Our animals here are not adjusted to it. So just taking that extra time to check on all of your pets and animals.
Yes. Oh, we so appreciate you. Thank you for thinking of everyone. Okay, and we just talked about the puffy coat.
Yes.
Now, I've shared with you plenty of times, Dr. Norman, you know about my two Boston Terriers, and for everyone at home, I have two Boston Terriers. One is named Mr. Gus. He is what we call lilac or diluted, right? So he doesn't have the thick coat. His coat is very thin. His brother, though, is your standard black and white thick coat. He does fine during the winter. Gus suffers. He is really, really cold. So I have to put a coat on him, but also his feet are really exposed.
Yes.
Been trying to do the booties. I really want to invest in some booties, but I also know he's finicky and they're going to come off in 2 seconds.
And a lot of pets will do that. A lot of dogs will do that. I still always advocate for it. It's the best protection for their little paws. But if they won't tolerate them, they kick them off, you go outside and you've spent $30, $40 and they're lost in the snowbank in 2 seconds.
Yes.
That's not fun for anyone. So doing some sort of paw balm, Vaseline, or there's a couple of different products. This is one of my favorite ones that's out there. It's a really wax-based, basically a little topical that you put on their paws. You can see right there, and you just rub it into their paws in between. And what this does, it helps keep a lot of that ice, snow, the salt and chemicals that are outside from sticking and stopping between there. Because that's something, if you're not able to put booties on your pets and they are outside, every time they come in, you've got to wipe out between there. They can get little topical, chemical burns from that cold and ice and salt. Exactly. So, and even if around your home you're using pet safe ice salt, I think everyone should use that. But you don't know where you're walking or your pets are out and exposed to things. You still want to get it off of those paws. And doing some type of base layer can help make that wiping process a lot easier for you so it doesn't stick and protect them.
So smart, yes, because, and I know in many neighborhoods and HOAs, they require you to salt the sidewalk.
Yes.
For liability purposes, and many people out walking their dogs. Your dog's bringing that home. And mean, how would your skin respond if you sat with ice melt on it?
Oh, it'd be awful. It'd be
Right?
burned and irritated.
Yes.
You go home, you see your dog biting at its paws. It's irritating for them.
And I imagine too, you know, they're trying to take care of their foot, and so they're cleaning it off, but
you don't know
ingesting
what
that.
they're ingesting. Exactly.
That's not a good thought.
Exactly.
So I imagine that in itself could be dangerous for your pet.
It could be, yep, especially your smaller pets like your Bostons.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to be potentially taking in a lot more, and that can just be really irritating for them.
Yeah.
So just something else to look out for.
Okay. And then I know we have a couple more tips too we want to share here. Let's go ahead and pull that up on the graphic. So let's speak to this as well.
Yes.
So check your car before starting the engine. Why do we need to do that?
Outdoor cats,
Yes.
especially, they're looking for warm spots. They're looking to hunker down, you know, and if you're parking outside, you just turned off your car, it's still kind of cooling off, but it's nice and warm. It's going to attract those pets. So making sure that you're checking
So pop
everything.
the hood and physically
And we
look at your engine.
Don't just bang the hood. Don't just look under. Open everything up. If
Okay.
it's been out there, take a look. We want to make sure we're protecting those pets.
And we talked about also using pet-safe de-icing products as well.
Exactly.
So where do we look on the packaging to make sure that it's okay?
Most of them are pretty obvious now. You know, most will
Okay.
have it somewhere on the front, but kind of looking on the back where it's talking about active ingredients, any potential hazards, looking for something that says pet safe. Luckily, most of them are going to put it nice and big on the front for us now,
Okay.
so that they know, because they want us to use those products too.
Yes, indeed. All right, and then I know we had some more tips we wanted to share. We're going to be, let's go ahead and pull that up really quick too, so people could take a look at that. Stay away from frozen ponds and streams. Clean up antifreeze spills always. All
Always,
year long.
always.
Check your dog's paws and wash your pet's feet. That antifreeze, by the way, pets are attracted to it. It's like sweet to them, right?
It's sweet to them, and then especially with how cold it's been here and everything else is frozen, and they see something that looks like liquid that they can drink when they're thirsty, they're going to go right to it. And that's something that's pretty immediately very, very toxic to them. We don't have a good window of time or
It's
safety
really
with
lethal.
it. It is,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, so don't even mess around
No,
with that.
clean it up right away. Don't leave anything out.
Dr. Norman, where do people reach you?
You go to our website, adaanimal.com. That's the best place to get information, and we're always happy to answer questions about pet safety.
Wonderful. And I have to say, Rocco is he's getting so comfortable to this TV
Oh,
thing.
he loves it.
He's staying on the rug today, just circling, getting some great shots. You're a pro, my friend. All right, everyone, stick around. We have a lot more to come right here on Idaho Today right after the break. Thank you, Dr. Norman.
Thank you.